village is far. Speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Best issue, stand up. The future is now. No stories of old. We teach a light on things that make voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Evening light breaking, people tuning in. Different voices calling, let the talk begin. From corruption talk to the people them cry. Asking real questions like why? Community voices, youth them rising strong. Mama them calling, saying things been wrong. We need solution, not empty talk. Time to fix the system, time to take a walk. No fear, no favor, we're speaking it clear. The truth might be bitter, but the people must hear. From county to county, the message was spread. Better Liberia, that's the road ahead. Face the issue, no hiding again. Truth on the airwaves, calling us citizens. From Liberia to the village is far. We're speaking the truth, no matter who you are. Face the issue, stand up people. The future is now, not stories of old. We teach our light on the radio, make your voices be heard. Every question counts, every single word. Politicians talk, but the people want proof. No more empty promise, we didn't find the truth. Every patient on, yeah. Jobs for the youth. Let the leaders answer. Let them show the truth. From the 15 counties, every citizen matter, no one escapes. It's now a country. We all gotta say, face the issues now. Don't delay. Talk your mind, stand your ground. Let the truth come out loud. They can shake the town. Face the issues. No more silence. We bury our rising. We're making it proud. Call in, speak up. Your voice matters. This is more than a show. It's a movement. When Liberians are desperate for leadership to deliver, desperate to know the truth, and desperate to know the real issues confronting the country.
They will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country.
Well, and the government, all the ministers in the government, they laugh. They don't put also everything they say, they don't say the truth.
The people of Liberia, if you allow the opposition to win, you will suffer. The Liberians will suffer.
And the facts surrounding those issues, there is only one forum that provides the answers. Face the issue on King's FM. John Anthony April Godson Wynn, commonly known as Teacher Live, from Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. for the most analytical and most stimulating conversation training for the day.
That's the funny thing about Unity Park. In a football game, if we were playing a tournament, they beat us today, and we drop out of the tournament. Our focus now is not the tournament again. Unity Party get their opponent, the Liberian people, they lead the Liberian people, then they come back to their teammate that they defeated. Everyone said that they put a crack every way. You know what I say so?
Or face the issue, we speak out the fact in advocating for the right of Liberia. Face the issue brings you logic, explain logic, and advance you to discuss with logic. It's face the issue. Comes on your airway from Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Kings FM 88.5. Don't miss it.
We are seeing a systematic erosion of democracy. Executive overreach and open disregard for our constitution. Lawlessness in the legislature, with the presidency turning a blind eye, even when the sacred hall of our democracy go up in flames. Security forces brutalizing peaceful citizens, while millions have been spent on so-called operations that offer no protection to ordinary Liberians. They said we were the problem, but now the Liberian people can see for themselves. The real problem is the unity party that is now in power. The time has come to speak the truth without fear. This government is failing and Liberia is paying the price. For seditions, let us not lose hope. Even the longest night must give way to daylight. Even the strongest storm must pass. We are still standing and we are still strong. We will not give up on Liberia. We will not give up on our people. And we will never give up on CDC. We are the party of the slums and the city. We are the voice of the voiceless. We are the protectors of the poor and the defender of their dreams. From New Bruton to Peaceville, from Buchanan to Bond Mines, from Sunny Quarter to Sastan, the CDC remains in the hearts of the people. This rally is a clear sign. We are reorganizing, we are preparing, we are coming back. I say to you, we are coming back. But in order to do that, we must build a strong, together we must fortify the one institution that can correct the failure of the Buaka administration. And that institution is the Mate Coalition for Democratic Change. This is why I call on all of you today, not just to believe, but to act. Not just to hope, but to build. Let us invest in the movement that has invested in you. Let us pay our due so that the party remains financially and politically prepared. Your dues are more than money. They are a seed of commitment, a pledge of loyalty, and a symbol of hope. I'm so proud to launch this due payment campaign today because it means that you, the grassroots, you, the real owner of this party, are ready to step forward, take charge, and prepare for the future. As your political leader, I promise you this: we will not rest, we will not retreat, we will organize, mobilize, and energize until we reclaim the leadership of Liberia. But let us do it the CDC way, peacefully, lawfully, strategically, and respectfully. Because when our time comes, and it will come, believe me, we must be ready not just to win, but to govern better. We must correct the wrongs, improve the system, and restore the dignity of the Liberian people. So let us unite, let us rise, let us believe, and let us build. And to all our young people, I say, stay focused, stay clean, stay strong. To our women, you are the backbone of this movement. Keep rising. To our elders, your wisdom is still needed. stay with us. And to our opponent, we see the failure and we are coming to face it. Again, great Nelson Mandela said in a quote, it always seems impossible until it is done. Unquote. The party is alive, strong and mighty. The revolution shall continue. They believe we will uphold to death. The future is not beyond us. The future is still ahead. And together we will get there. And so I want to close with this advice. Wait well. Liberia and Liberians will call on you again. And therefore, be prepared to win again and lead again. Remember, we are the common people. So let us all unite for the betterment of our country. And our people.
Bwaka, we used to go to him, even feel Bwaka because of his title. Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, any position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked.
We had a record at a particular time we come. And while on our way, we have reached out to take us before somewhere in there to communicate before the station room or go to the right in the camp. All the way in a professional investigation, we're reporting the party, reporting the common official, reporting the give deference and respect to them. You know, I got to say, you are not prepared for all, and you want to tell you what. And so I know it is an attempt to just demoralize the former finance minister, keeping all that you're waiting the raw way or waiting with, and when you're ready to find it, I'm going back. If the chairman is ready this time, he will write on again, and when he does that, this time we come again, he does the same thing, and they are not, in fact, taking on to the investigation of the
This is a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. We cannot change the laws because of Samuel 12. We can't do that. The country will stay. We will go. We need to be reminded by history. There were powerful people in this country. Some of us who were young, little bit in age, in the 80s, we saw people, men that we saw in this town. Certain time came, we saw them, that they were people who had never served government before. Government will come and government will go, but this is the law. We can't change the law. This is a witch hunt. Imagine, immediately after the verdict, the next day we receive a call and a letter, summary, the former finance minister for another criminal investigation. You don't have to be a politician or a political scientist to understand that this is not a witch hunt. This is witch hunt. This is witch hunt. If I were a prosecutor, I would not issue that kind of assignment or request. But this is witch hunt. And we listen to some practitioners, even are inviting the finance minister. They say, even if you get authorized the money to go to somebody, spending agency, your duty is to follow up with that spending agency and ask them how they spend the money. Is that the authority under the PFM law of the Minister of Finance? No. The Minister of Finance, his authority is to spend the money, and when he's spending the money, he must have the authorized authority. Who is responsible? The spending agency will account for how they spend the money. That's why we'll have the GAC to conduct audit. So this is witch hunt. So when somebody tells me that because the finance minister authorized expenditure and you are going to make a follow-up, you kidding me? The finance minister of the country? But this is not good for our democracy. For those who don't know, some who are actors in our party politics, some of them were not here when we're in a conflict. Nobody prays for conflict in this country. They always say it. I want our country peaceful. But the point is, we are thinking that we must not repeat the history, the wrongs of the past. The people who repeat the wrong of the past that caused them the problem, they are people who are ignorant. And many actors, some of them were even sucking breast when we're in the dilemma of the 14 years. So they did not understand the 14 years from 1990 to present, the dilemma, the catastrophe that we experienced. Some of the very people who are all around insulting people when you speak as a Liberian, where you are a citizen and it's your right to speak, some of them were even sucking breast milk. They never knew what happened here. So when you say something, instead of them to listen and learn, they refuse. But history tells us that history is a raw material for political science. Political actors must be people who must digest history. Because if you don't understand your history when you're making political decisions, you have problems in your public policy decisions. So to be a public policy administrator, you must be somebody who understands the raw material for political science. And that raw material is history. And so you must know what went wrong. Where are we? Where do we intend to go? This decision is a revisitation of the factors of the dark ages of Liberia. And this is wrong. To weaponize a legal process simply because of a political agenda is counterproductive to the future of our country. People are following us. International actors are following us. Some people are operating, they don't understand. But when you leave from here now, you start pressurizing people who are self-attirant, you go and go do something. You go wreck something. You make sure you allow on the person. What is that? What is that? That this process is illegal. Samuel 12 is a free man. The fact that the brother speaks to it. And the juror returned that day with a not guilty verdict. And the judge himself in open court declared that you are not guilty. And henceforth, leave from the prisoner bench and walk. You are a free man. Samuel 12 is a free man, along with Moses Cooper. And when we told the juror that day in the final argument that today we start at the beginning of the documentation of the check and balance of our democracy to determine whether or not we go back or we retrospect or regret to our dark days, or you put in a check and balance on powerful power or powerful executive that will manipulate a political process under the disguise of legal proceedings. And we told them that when you make that decision to free the defendants, you will know when you walk out there, the country will be rejoicing even up into the money, and it came to pass. You think this is a joke? This is history. We call it the opportunity of history unfolding itself. The jury has spoken. The people have spoken. There can be no whims and caprices, naked brute forces that can overturn, or direct the decision of the unanimous, of the voluntary verdict returned by the trial of prohibition to prohibit the conduct of the judge. That does not mean we are discrediting the judge. No. First, we want to appreciate him, the manner and form he conducted the trial. This was a seriously, legally charged and intellectually engaging trial that he was able to manage it by the techniques and tactics of courtroom management to the extent that the case ended. To see the judge now, that we know with all of the caliber of lawyers that were before him, including a former Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, including a former judge of the ECOWAS court who was a lawyer before him, to conduct that trial in the manner and form for us to reach to the conclusion of that case against Herzog. But this post-disbandment of the jury investigation is ultra-virus, is illegal, is in violation of the law. And we don't want to believe that it is the judge that we know in the case. So that is what we have done today. There is a petition that has been found today, and there is a stay order on that investigation, and we'll go to the Supreme Court to give our case. We have the laws in our favor. The laws are there. We just want to inform you. We're not fighting to influence any decision, but to inform you as to the developments that are unfolded there today and are unfolded. The next thing is this. These three jurors were asked in court, is this your verdict? The judge on every occasion in the trial told them, when you have any issue with anything that happened there, in the open court, tell me so we can address it. They said we have no issue. And we understand why all of these things are happening. Most of these jurors are public servants. We understand, we get intelligence that people are pressurizing these jurors in the places they work, and their jobs are under threat. And we don't believe in that investigation that I am unfolding because it is an attempt to influence people over there to lie on people and for people to run with it as a propaganda machinery. The law is the law. The old age tradition of our country have said from almost 200 years on the existence of this country, from 1816 to present, in our jurisprudence, they said once the jurors have dispersed and resumed private status, recall becomes constitutionally dangerous and legally improper. In which case is that Des versus Belden, 5792S40 in 2016, U.S. Supreme Court opinion. There are other opinions. There is an opinion in Liberia here where the Liberian Supreme Court said when the juror has returned a verdict of acquittal and there is a complaint of jury tampering, the judge should not disband the jury. Let us understand the gap there. When they return the verdict, they acquitted the man, but they are not yet disbanded. They stay under the jurisdiction of the court because everybody in open court. And a party makes an application to the court of jury tampering. The judge will stop that whole proceeding and conduct an investigation. That is the law. But when there is no complaint, while the jury have been pulled and then the verdict have been recorded and the parties have given thanks to the juror and they disbanded the juror and they go into their private life, you cannot, because it is issue of jurisdiction. The authority to call a jury about a proceeding in a February term of court is an issue of jurisdiction. The judge presently has no jurisdiction to review a proceeding of the last term, February term. He has no jurisdiction. He's a fine gentleman. He's a fine judge, smart judge, eloquent judge. But in this one, he's in error. He's in error. This is not with any disrespect to him. We appreciate him. We really admire him with the manner and form that he conducted the trial. And he did his work. Any attempt for somebody to come and impress on the court to revise a litigation that have gone through due process consistent with the Constitution and calling for an investigation is an attempt to even ask the judge to undermine his own decision. And we as arm of the court will not allow that to sit here. And that's why we went to the Supreme Court. Let the Supreme Court speak. We don't want favor from the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court must look at the law. That's what we want. And that's what the Supreme Court is all about. The law. Go and look at the law. They will look at the law and say, oh, yes, this is the law. And yeah, no, this is not the law. Finish. So that is what we call you for. And so on this basis, we want to say to you that we have filed a petition for the issuance of the writ of prohibition before the Honorable Supreme Court, and that there is a stay order on the investigation.
No, the Supreme Court have been setting paper on our horse. The marshal know how to set paper. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to set paper, it's up to them. You think that we are here? Let Joseph Boga go in the country. Joseph Boga does not own this country. This country is owned by the Liberian. Joseph Boga, please leave the road, Bossman. Joseph Boga has decided to rob this country. Joseph Boga is a common criminal. And he thinks he will spoil the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to set paper. It's up to them. Tell the Supreme Court, look, my lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When you reach for the four brain, not the four brain to as I do here.
The justice in chambers for your lawyers that the justice in chambers for your lawyers that you should have pressed your legal team with the rules.
So I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. The court is starting to do the work of the court. This court have been serving that house. This Supreme Court have been serving that house. And then today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the house. It's up to them. When the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Barker have lost control of the court.
So until the full bench can listen to this matter and make a determination,
they just said even though the returns shows that it was properly served, but it can be challenged for not following the procedures. And you as lawyers of the respondent should have, in collaboration with the respondent, know the rules of the house as to whom to serve. Do you think you followed the procedures that you did not accept this violation?
And so that is the reason why we took exception to the Chief Justice ruling. We disagree with the ruling, right? It is not our responsibility to set precepts on another branch of government, but rather that is the responsibility of the office of the marshal, right? This body, this branch of government have been involved in cases where they have set precepts on that branch of government. And if they have done it properly, why this time around they need to do it properly, assuming that.
So you're saying that the marshal should have done it and not you?
Well, we took exception to whatever because the house, the lower house, because of the house there, they have reason to know that there was an order from this court. Evidenced by the fact that the speaker on the day of the hearing, he asked the pledge. You serve as a witness, you serve for testimony.
I mean, you also right here.
I'm on my way to Ghana.
Okay, your case today, it was, I mean, the ruling was on today, just ended the court denied your bill of information.
Mr. Barker left when the country. Look, the Supreme Court have been sending people on a horse. The marshal know how to sell people. So if it is today that the marshal don't know how to sell people, it's up to them. You think I react here? Let Joseph Barker go in the country. Joseph Barker does not own this country. This country is owned by the Nigerian. Joseph Barker, please leave the road, Gospel. I'm gonna go. Joseph Barker has decided to rob this country. Joseph Barker is a common criminal, and he thinks he will spoil the justice system of this country. So it is today that the Supreme Court don't know how to sell people. It's up to them. Let the Supreme Court look. My lawyer just called me. He said he took a few up to the full bench. When he reached for the full bench, not the full bench, as I do here.
The justice in chambers for your lawyers that the justice in chambers for your lawyers that you should have pressed your legal team with the rules. So
I'm working with the court now. Do I work with the court? I do not work with the court. I do not work with the court. The court is starting to do the work of the court. This court have been serving that house. This Supreme Court have been serving that house. And then today, because of my kids, they don't know how to serve the house. It's up to them. When in the country, investors are on their way coming. Look, Mr. Barker have lost control of this country. Mr. Barker has become very irresponsible. Mr. Barker went to Dumia men for all of him. All men like him. He reckless. You listen to Dumia. Dumia say, I have a polar issue. Somebody took a land to tell the person, say, you own my land. Why are you doing that? I have a polar issue. He talking to them on radio Barker go low. Joseph Barker go low.
So you think there's an interference from the executive?
Joseph Barker don't even interfere with Qatar and a business. When you want to interfere with time, they interfere with time. Look, this thing will not move me. I'm on my way to see my family. Look, I got the information saying yesterday. I told Stanton, I said, Kaba will rule this way. Senator said, I said, Kaba will rule this way. Because you got somebody that drink with that. Like I epilepsy. Your folk cannot fit in a shoe. Any shoe you will wear that slipper. Those are serious people. Bringing the country to public relative, they cannot move me. When I kept back in the country, I go my country.
This is the first stage. Do you believe in the justice system?
I believe in anything. Let them spoil the country.
What will happen if you reach the full bench? What will happen next?
Let the full bench show me answer. I don't care. Spoil the country because I get here. We are better than the best person ever in the country. When he says we want the best person ever in the country, he has become a reckless man that no girl that the day they are talking to, I'm making a day that is going for them. I'm making a statement. It is for Yeke, for Kevin Sabaka, sorry to be represented, for him to represent the job. I don't need it. I don't need it. You see me back around point to that one I'm talking to that person. I'm going to go home. So here was Dr. Barker. What do I get?
You sound so difficult.
I'm always happy. I can know that about that judgment. Now, I'm already
You black person, are you going to black?
And the government needs to really invest the people that use that any type of structure. The council give you the just be taking $1 million every year. They give $1 million to impact a lot of it.
If I was president of this country, I'll show you wonder. I told you to for what? My football because yeah, we do everything to do
Say that all kind of things that happen here, no hate, no tea.
So everything introducing to many leaders, everyone decided to control the country.
Okay, so let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. I know it's there's a video splash out there, and I know you saw it. Yeah, we'll talk something about it. Let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us right here tonight on this very day, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are right here beaming with life and that of good health. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. But remember, with God, all things are possible. And my name is Abraham Goss, and I'm right here with you tonight on this very day. And we are grateful. We are certainly grateful to the Almighty God for everything. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, nope, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally, and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. That sorry carries no indication that indeed we regret our actions. Never ever do we regret our actions. So we are grateful. How you doing? How is Mama Liberia to you out there? I know things are still tight. The issue about the drugs just takes over the whole country until people are now digging out for themselves. And we can only be grateful to the Almighty God that those of us whom they think will never ever survive it, we are surviving. And we are grateful to the Almighty God. This country will not burn. This country will not finish. This country will live on. One thing I can assure, even if Joseph Boga does all of his worst, he and his entire team, this country will survive. This country will not burn. This country will not finish. Because with God, we are to get there, and we are getting there. We'll certainly get to where God really wants to see this country. God is using this moment to tell us, for us to really redefine ourselves, to start having a second look at people that we had always respected in society. That's why these are teaching moments. These are teaching moments. God is doing all of these things so that there are certain people you used to have respect for. I know now you don't have respect for them anymore. Thank God you're now getting to understand the Liberian society. The good thing about it, God had made it possible through our efforts, our joint or concerted efforts. Many Liberian people are now interested in politics. God has now driven his people towards politics so that they now get involved. Because those days, people just use politics at the ballot box, and after it, people go about their businesses.
knowing that it's going to affect them. The only time you see a country where people forget about politics or get involved in it during election, and then they go into politics and during election time, and after that they go about their businesses, it's a country where the private sector is in commanding control of the country's economy. The private sector. Now, when we talk about the country's economy, is where you find jobs. It's not about just the goods and services. Because if it comes to the goods and services, I know you will say, oh, the foreigners are in charge of our economy. Yeah, we agree the foreigners are. But I talk about the private sector. When I say private sector, it's different from foreigners being in charge of our economy. It's talking about the private sector being in charge of the economy. You and myself as private citizens who got nothing to do with government job. We are private citizens. We in our private capacity. So we're able to find jobs. We're able to do anything, no matter what it is. We are able to do that. That kind of economy, that kind of country. Then you can now go to election like in America. You think that everyone else involved? No. But the people know exactly that whatever is happening there, it affects their daily lives in their private capacities. So that's why you see as a private citizen, if a lawmaker or maybe the government is doing something XYZ, they suspend their private life and then go to hold a public official to account for a stewardship into the public service that they have employed him into work. So they don't just 100% turn their backs. That's responsible citizenship. That's active citizenship. And that's what we have lacking. We lacked over the years, for which the people are just using us. They get ready, they can't election time, they go to you, they ask you for small thing, but they can't let go, then they get you small thing, and you just say, now people say, oh yeah, we'll grab it in over there, we did it over there. No, it's not going to work like that again, because people's eyes are now open. The reason why Unity Party government is catching hell, because our period of ascendancy into advocacy journalism, it has broadened our people's minds to the extent that Unity Party will catch it tough. It is not a la-la test, because what we did during that time using George Weah era was to diffuse or try to refine what democracy and that of politics is all about. So during the early 12 years, they used to do propaganda, lying, doing all of those things, say the country going so then early will get the other award, you will get the other thing. So those kind of things, though. But under Weah administration, what we did was, it was an administration that was just sincere to the Liberian people, truth telling, to the extent that when Costa then were posting about George Weah 9th Street resident, and Smith Toby thought that it was this regular kind of thing, right? My brother Smith Toby. And I would have even thought that same way. In fact, if I were in Smith Toby's position at that time, knowing what our politics had been about at the time, where you got to cover all your boss, you put yourself everything so that your boss will say, yeah, man, you're doing well, you're doing well. I would have done the same thing without even talking to Weah. I would have gone there at that time, because I just thought the Weah man, he was like the normal politicians, because now that he left from football field, now he's a politician. I too also would have done the same thing Smith Toby did. I would have gone to cover up and say, no, that thing not for President Weah, is for his son, because his son earns money. It's possible his son able to build that kind of structure. So I would have done that, what Smith did. But George Weah said, the kind of politics that we have brought now, we have brought sincerity to bear. We have brought transparency and accountability to the people. We can't be lying to them. I can change because I'm in politics today. No, I'm not going to change. I am going to doctrinate or indoctrinate my own orientation into Liberian politics. So George Weah comes from a sincerity background. He enters into Liberian politics with sincerity, right? So he brought that, and that helped a lot, because people like us, what God did also in preparing George Weah for the presidency was to prepare people like us to start along with George Weah. Because 2014 was when I was called up to do political commentaries when George Weah was getting to the senatorial level. I led that campaign on behalf of Musa Ability and Edwin Snow's support towards George Weah's senatorial bid. I led a media campaign for that at that time. And Robert Salif was the guy, right? Going against Weah, so forth. But it was quite challenging. So we now came to a place of telling our people, look, we have to be sincere. That's why when Unity Party was still playing that la politics in opposition, we killed them off. We told them you are liars. It can't work.
And I want to say the CDC should have themselves to blame in burying our effort. The CDC did bury our effort. And like today again, I'm saying it again, we are on another journey again. We are not the ones that are going to be in the, I don't know what kind of rooms you'll get your call it, I don't know, control room or what kind of room or board room or what kind of room and checking votes or whatever. I'm not going to be there. All we are doing here is our own job. This is what God has told us to do, and this is what we can do. Finish. Our job ends right here. I'm not going to sit into those voting booths, those polling places. I'm not going to be there. We raised the alarm. We told you what was going to happen. We started ever since. We put up everything, every other thing we put here. God did not look. Let me tell you, God revealed to redeem. So again, we want to also agree that maybe God himself made you people to be lackadaisical because he wanted to expose certain breed of Liberian people, bunch of Liberian people, inconsistent people who never stand for anything. God wanted to show them to the country so that our eyes will see them. Today, we are seeing them. So sometimes you want to blame that. Again, you want to say it's God's doing. And you know, I always just sum up everything and say God worked in mysterious ways. I just sum up everything and say God works in mysterious ways. So we have tried our best. Like you see my friend and brother Julius J on a show. Sometimes he's doing the analysis and things. The only thing that we decided to do, I remembered, Julius J 2019, I'm on my way to Onga, with the president. And 2019, and I met Julius J. He was going by London to complete his studies. And then we met in Casablanca. Yeah. So we're just like lecturing on what contribution. I said, Julius, when you come back, what will you do? He said, I'm coming back, I'll go back on the radio. Our people need education. We took some time because we're like in transit. And then we just saw each other. And then we took some time. And since we said that and we came back, that was when now we decided to say, look, we're now going into advocacy journalism, enlightening our people, talk for them, enlightening their minds, some of the decisions they are making. Let us bring them to the spotlight so that we make the public to know that some of these things they are doing is not normal. No normal human being will behave like this. And I did it like the last time I listened to Julius J. He was talking about the Maryland County Garden who waking up now after 3 years. You sat a former superintendent, and you wake up, you say you live in CDC, then you know the party poll running away with that. What is that? Right? And Julius was saying something very sound. He said, but you think people will take you serious? Forget about it, because I know some of them, they came from LPDP and whatever it is. I heard Moses Colley too talking about how Joseph Boga government is going for Bedford. These are people, and it's not surprising that they are saying these things. It just tells you the society in which we are. That even tomorrow, if we are sitting down, he look across the table, he will know that he's been surrounded maybe by people who will betray him tomorrow. Because the kind of people that are coming up from around we are is God's own way of telling him to look and see. Who are those people that you've always called your own? Do you know when loyalty strikes? It's when situation demands or change, and you say, no, I will not change. That's when loyalty is defined. That's when loyalty is defined. It's when you are tried and tested and said, no, I will not do it. Even when you're supposed to do. When every reason points to you doing it, you say, I will not do it. That's when we say you are loyal. You can't be loyal when you're enjoying. Then you say, I'm a loyal person. Because you're enjoying, you depending on the salary, because you depend on the job the man giving you, blah, blah, blah. Then you say you're loyal. No, you're not a loyal person. Even when you're supposed to quit and you say, I'm not quitting. You have all justification to quit and you say, I'm not quitting. That's loyalty. That's when we know that you are a loyal person. So all these people you see leading down the CDC, look at the time he himself said, it doesn't prove anything serious. Yeah? You just wake up, you do all of those things. So those are some of the things. So I want to say we are grateful that at least people like us, we are here today. And many of our people are now involved in the politics. You go to Kobo shop, people eating, and politics, they're discussing. You go to marketplaces, our mothers are discussing politics, whatever it is. Everyone, politics is good for us. It's good for it. It will shine our eyes and will tell us how to vote. So we are very, very grateful to that. And to God Almighty for that. That's transformation taking place in our country. You and myself can critique our leaders now. We should be grateful to God that people like us, God was able to send us at this time and age for this moment. We are living up to it. So we thank you. That's what giving Unity Party tough times. It is not only us that are talking now. No. We have prepared people whose eyes are now open. So it's difficult for Unity Party lies to jail.
In their own parties, who sometimes can be very odd. So now when they're listening to audience, they think the men can be talking that's so true. So those kind of people, how would you people go to them to lie to them? Your own parties, so though you used to be lying with them behind the but they're sitting down now to really analyze for themselves. They AB me because every time they can't want to listen, right? I agree. Some of them don't even want to listen to me. But my followers or fans or those of them who choose to listen to me, when they listen, what I may have said here or what I will say here tonight, they will go in a Kobo shop and then they start discussing the other thing AB told that I was really, then they put it into their ears. Though they may they don't want to hear it, but they will copy something from there. Then when they take that thing there, though they may not have listened to my radio, but somebody somewhere was telling them something about why I may have said. They say the thing they got to be talking about so true. Then they talk, then they hearing it. So they will now go to that leader. Then that leader then come out to them and say, you can't lie to us, you can't fool us. That the same thing the men were talking down there. That's how enlightenment comes. So the one beginning hard for the Unity Party guys. They are used to deceiving people, and we are prepared the people's minds to resist every deception. We have prepared their minds. They are able to analyze better. They know about deceptions. They know about it. So we are very, very grateful. Very, very grateful. And, it's not an easy thing to do what we do, right? Yeah, it's challenging, especially in a country where you find life, people say, and I don't know. But again, we'll get there, no matter what it is. And Tatos Charlie, what's up? Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, loyalty is trust. You're right about that. People should be able to trust you because you might have been tested. Trust can come from testing. Trust can come from testing. Can be tried, tested, and so forth. By the way, we're getting there with God. All things are possible. We are very much grateful to the Almighty God. We are getting there, and we will get there. Whether you like it or not, we'll get there. Whether you like it or not, we'll get there. So sometimes I ask myself the question, how people understand themselves. By the way, thank you. All right, so a lot of things happen in this country. How's the drug situation with you? Is anything changing? No, nothing is changing. I think the government is still holding up things tight. And I heard the justice minister alarming and telling people that nobody should put more, any government officials start accusing them. Honorable Justice Minister, these people are public servants. Once they can be transparent and accountable, the people will speculate. Their jobs, for them to lose the job or lose the jobs that they have, it's not depend on evidence. That's politics. Honorable Justice Minister, understand that these are political actors. They are benefiting from the belly of politics. The decisions surrounding politics is about how people think. So you must try your best to enter their thinking and make them to understand. That's politics, Honorable Justice Minister. Everything you see the people say here, there, are politics, because these guys whom they are talking about, officials, they work at the will and pleasure of the president. The president is the political tree that gives them those branches and leaves. So every time they've been talking about, you will hear it, Honorable Justice Minister. You can't stop it. You cannot stop it. People will accuse public officials by their conduct. The bar is very high when it comes to public official. Honorable Justice Minister, you are a legal luminary. You should understand all of that. The position you are in is not a position where people can just wake up one soon morning, you go to election. What do you do elsewhere? They got to get evidence against you to vote against you. That's the kind of that the place you were born, Honorable Justice Minister. You were born out of that kind of system, and that system is what we call the democratic system, where the people's will, in the same way the president has his will and pleasure, that the people working, that the same way the citizens have their own will and pleasure, how they see it, how they talk it, they can dismiss you any kind of way, anytime. You like I say, you build stuff, you think all the things that Georgia are there, and there's some people wake up, go girlfriend, boyfriend business, have some getting Ryan Kai, they say they just voted against Georgia for nothing. You think they were voting on something sound? No. Or you will carry that to court for that kind of thing? You want evidence for that? You don't need evidence. We don't need any evidence to determine whether Joseph Boga doing good or bad. We don't need evidence. If we want to ignore, one day our decision will take it. You can't take us to court. So that's it. All we are saying here is that Once you are transparent with the people and you're telling them to wait, don't create a situation that will breed speculations because you're feeling it. How is it possible that one official of government will sit at the same Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism as LDA boss and then accuses or state clearly, categorically that the issue about drugs, people in higher places of government, from even at all branch and levels of government, the next day the man is dismissed. Then you have a police RG who also made a similar statement. He is not dismissed. So that kind of thing, and then you say people will not accuse people on justice minister. You yourself, man, look, on justice minister, ask yourself the question. If you kind of thing happen, you yourself, because in law, on justice minister, we got two kinds of pieces of evidence that we deal with. We got direct evidence, we got circumstantial evidence, right? So the people deal with it. And looking for evidence, circumstantially, they are right. That's their evidence. That indeed government officials are involved. Why? The circumstances surrounding the government officials' conduct can tell. That's an evidence by itself that they can say, yes, these people are involved. Oh, justice minister, you are a lawyer, and you know that. There's something in law we call circumstantial evidence. And it can be strong enough to convict people. Circumstantial evidence. The people may not have direct evidence to link any government official. But if you can see that in the office of the RG, a meeting has been held. The RG sends an agent outside, collected money, brought it in. And then the person who even gave it, you get all the details happening. Still nothing happening. Then he said, the moment I accuse people circumstantially, that's a strong evidence that they can use to even convict them in the court of public opinion. Oh, Justice Minister, you can see it clearly that indeed there is every reason why these people will gather up circumstantial. You say evidence, they won't be able to talk with evidence. Okay, there is sufficient reason why these people will gather the circumstantial evidence to convict these government officials in the court of public opinion because the way you people have been conducting yourself. What more do you want me to say, Honorable Justice Minister? You are a lawyer. Your conduct. They say flight. It's an assumption of guilt. In law too. So they say they're looking for criminals here. The moment you run away straight, and they assume that indeed you are guilty. That's why you know. And other circumstances, those are circumstances. They don't directly link you that indeed you still know. Because you ran away, they say flight is an assumption of guilt. Anytime they say you're looking for the criminal here, then you just get ready, just start running. It's assumed that you are guilty. That's why you are doing it. That's why you ran away. All the things in law, is it not circumstantial? That's circumstantial. What kind of evidence we're looking for in that one again? So when you're behaving the way you're behaving, passing around doing these things you're doing, is it not sufficient enough to gather circumstantial evidence that gave these people the reason to accuse the government officials? But I just dismiss people, some of them, nobody arresting them, they passing around. Then you want to think the people shouldn't just accuse officials? You giving the public the reason to do that. You see that? Look, Honorable Justice Minister, no, people are all we are here to support you people. You will not believe it. The embarrassment is too much. If I were you, Justice Minister, to retain yourself, you one person when you took over that job, if there's no other official of government, I'm on record. I really, really supported you. Honorable Justice Minister, I supported you. I said, wow, this man is great. This man has integrity, and this is the best we'll have. I said that, Honorable Justice Minister. Did you give me time for me to say that? No. It's not only that you are my contract law lecturer or professor or whatever it is. No. But I believe in you. You are a man of integrity. They say you come from the Methodist background. We all the things we look at, we say, but then they may have straight man. Yeah, you there now, you are in a play that tango. You just the minister, you ain't want to resign. And leave the people with their job. Ellen Johnson said the administration, some of our friend or female friend, I think one of them, they said Christina from that Johnson, yeah, they resigned because they said they won't be involved in corruption, something relating to Ellen or children. They resigned. All Ellen administration. So why you can't do that? I want to move from there. You can resign. Oh, Justice Minister, you can resign to save your name. Go back to your church business or your NGO work that you are doing with your church where your name was okay. Move from in the government and go by your business. Honorable Justice Minister, you will still survive. You've been surviving. You can still make it. That is if you are not involved now. Because the only way you will not want to move from there now, if all your now spoiling now, you say, Chief, but you can move from inside. So, just stay inside now. You can't move for inside now. All I will say is that one way some people can't want move for inside. Some people can want move, but some people can't move for inside because they already tango inside. Oh, Justice Minister, I am not also accusing you that indeed you are tango already. But with that kind of thing that are going on, why the other confusion on this side, the other thing on this side, all the kind of thing, Chief, why you can't get resign one time? And say, I don't want to be involved with all the things. And thank you, Joseph Boga, for your time. You did well for me. And thank you so much. Oh, you scared? Because Boga, when you disagree with you and you have worked in government before, he can look for something to put it on you so that they will put you in jail. Now, Joseph Boga can behave. You see, you can't work with the devil and just walk away easily. And the problem with the devil, you see, today, those of you who can wake up, you'll be passing. Some of you 3, 4, 5, 6 times, you can get baptized. You can get baptized today. You say, oh yeah, believe in Christ, the Savior, blah, blah, blah. Tomorrow you go, you backslide. Nothing will happen to you. Go try that into the devil and see whether something will not happen to you. Go and join the devil and start eating from the devil. Then you get ready and say, I want to be part of the devil again. When they finish with you, you will see yourself. But you see, those of us who are with God, anytime we get ready, we go to church. We stand there, we eat communion, we get ready, we do our thing, we come back again. We jump there, boom, boom, boom. We do everything. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. But you see, many of you don't know these things. So, but when you're dancing with the devil, it's difficult. It's difficult. You can't join and just leave. No. You can't join and just leave. You can't. You will never, 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 ever join and just leave. Now they put it, oh, we can join inside, we'll come outside. We say today we come to church. Now we pastor now. Now we this, that, or former pastor, or we this, that, all the kind of thing, though. You know. Yeah, Frances Johnson Allison. Yeah, she did resign because of corruption issues. Thank you so much, Sergeant. And I thank you so much, my brother. Yeah. Yeah. She resigned. She said, I want to be involved in that kind of thing. You can do the same thing on our Justice Minister. What a big deal about that thing. That you can be thinking about how like people accuse people when the people themselves, they are conducts and team pointing to people accusing them. Then you stay sitting there and say, Justice Minister, you did that. You just said, Justice Minister, the statement that you made down there. You think if I would know about law too now. The statement that you made as a justice minister, who told you justice minister can say, oh, the people there, it is their allegation, they are presumed innocent until proven guilty. You know who they can tell that thing? That the defense attorneys. It is not the state. The state indicts with words and of course with, oh God, man. Yeah? They don't kind of thing that you just said the thing you talk, and I can't say, Lord, you just say you inside too. So with that kind of thing that you go to, is it not? Yeah. So now he had the all he say, oh, you want to be accused. Look, they don't want to be protecting each other. Name, yeah, that lie, it will come outside. Joseph Boga's son. Name that the cartel call. You, Joseph Minister, you know about that one. So what do you want to do now? We don't say Joseph Boga is involved in the drug thing, yeah? Could you imagine? We always asking questions on Justice Minister. You are right here. We asking what happened to that 4-year project? What they put it? Not knowing. God. Somebody just gave me the intelligence before I could even come on the show. Not knowing when you heard Joseph Boga was saying that 4-year project, it was for the Mano River Union Basin. That 4-year project, it get area that helicopter can land, plane can land there. You know what? It was the cartel that gave that 10 million. So that Joseph Boga can go build that place for helicopter. The place that was going to be carrying the drugs. Then it was going to be the regional trade center for drugs. All that thing you're seeing in Monrovia, yeah, we're not going to be in Monrovia, you're going to be seeing the drug. No, they were just coming to be taking it from there straight. The helicopter was just coming to take the drug from Foya and bring it straight to the airport and then get in plane and carry it. That's how they were going to be operating it. So that Foya project, it was meant to be constructed so that they got to get helipad there. You know what they call helipad? That the place the helicopter can land. That the place they call helipad. Helipad and all to that place there. So they did it, the cartel sent it so that Joseph Boga built a complaint. Oh, there's that Mano River team. Now, no Mano River team. That's also like the cartel regional hub. That where they're supposed to be carrying the drugs, then they will take it from there in helicopter straight to the airport. That all. You see how they call them? Because they put it in a place that's not conducive. That Joseph Boga compound, because they're going to be heavily guarded, security are going to be there. That who are coming to go check for drugs down there? You yourself, that kind of compound that they're getting for you, who are coming to go check there for drugs? You see that? So that kind of thing that will happen. Somebody give me that intelligence and say, yeah, I see. Now they play the money keeper that they put up like the thing that you start to 10 million. You just see Joseph Boga. How the 4-year project just going like that? Like the cartel money. That it right there. So that why you see they couldn't say nothing straight about it. They were just having it. Oh, because what the justification they will give for that money now? Where are they taking it from? Eh? Where are they taking it from? No. Why you think they were choked with the justification of that 10 million project in Foya? Because now the place, the drugs were just going to be coming from your helicopter straight to the airport. It was not going to be in residential areas where they funding it. No, it's going to be the packaging. In fact, when you check that building, they get a packaging of that where they will be packaging it. So they will just bring it. Oh man, you don't even understand. Oh, you don't understand. So why your thing? First thing you imagine they were operating boat. They said that mining thing they were doing on the sea there. You think Drummond didn't know? Drummond knew that mining something there were going to stay there. The moment the Foya project is completed, they were coming to use the waterways between the border between Liberia and Guinea. And the waterways they were going to be using to bring the drug into Foya. Then when they bring it in Foya, the helicopter will pick it from there straight to the Rabat International Airport. How it was going to be. That's just how it was going to be. That was the whole plan. That's why they couldn't tell you anything. That's why they couldn't tell you anything about that project. As they why they tell them one from the poor answer. And when you they got ready, or they start lying on Manu River. You see that Manu River? So lies. So you see that? God is wonderful. People may not understand it, but we are certainly getting there. So, Minister, what I advise to you is let the people then go with their job. You just resign and take yourself from inside and go sit down. Because it's toxic, it's going to be toxic, it's going to be terrible. The names that will come up will be too bad. Me, I'm here for that thing there. A level with you for you to sit down there until you buy your go way down. I don't know whether you're here inside, but like I said, that is why it takes to deal with the devil. When you deal with the devil, you can't come outside. You will stay inside. When you dance with the devil, you can't come outside. You will stay inside. God got mercy, the devil not get mercy. God got mercy, the devil not get mercy. So when you start dancing with the devil, that dance will not end. Unless the devil is out and telling you this, that. That's why it is. And you will certainly get it. All right. So that's why you see some of these things we can be talking. Some of you will sit and say, oh, if we didn't talk one. We don't get time. I just need to come here and talk. And of course, you see people are hurt. And they just feel so nasty about themselves. Or today I saw something. You know the guy who sang the song? There's this guy here. They call him Bio. You know the entertainers. They can support anybody or whatever. But you want to believe everything he used to be doing. But then God just today. Remember the person? One of my other students and of course good friends there with me and look at us. Whatever. So let's listen to him. Yeah, he went. The guy, you all know him. I think I played the guy on Freedom FM before, right? You listen to him. Or something you're talking here. Bio.
Papa, we are depending on you. All our parents, we depend on you. Oh, Papa, don't mind us what we will say. Don't even listen to us and do what you're supposed to do. Daddy, I like the way you move. Oh, Papa, I like the way you rock my soul. Daddy, I like the way you talk. Please tell me now what we can do for you. Oh, Papa, oh.
Legal, pá. A tia Ouvida aqui agora legal. A tia Ouvida aqui agora legal.
We will criticize you. Saint Joseph taking our time. Labyrintth criticize. Papa, that you that will not criticize. But if you mind us, you will not even do nothing for us. Don't listen. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Joseph Waka Junawa. When I Joseph Waka Juo,
Bio. Okay, so let me bring in Bio again because I told you people I played Bio before, right? There's a man who sang a song that Georgia was going for 12 years, right? So there's a scene Bio. That catching audio. Bio. That's it.
Sombre amare, te vuemo yo, te vuemo yo, te vuemo yo.
So there's a scene Bio guy, right? Yeah. So Bio can sing better. Bio voice is a very good voice. He sang one for George. We had 12 years, and that sounded very good. The moment Bio transitioned to Joseph Waka, if you really listen to Bio talking like somebody who not even know how to sing, nothing inside him, he just dancing, and not even loud, whatever. This is how it looks. When you join Joseph Waka, you can just lose everything. There's a man who's singing good song here. But because he appear in front of Joseph Waka, join the devil, nothing sound coming from him now. Even what they call he, I don't have so talking in honor, right? So this is it, right? So I'm a man Pierre brother there. Yeah, you know, the other song. Bio, just go back to support we are. Your voice will still be fine. Supporting Joseph Boga, you can lose plenty to you. Your voice looking ugly. That's so talking you on there, you pass here. Right? Anyway, thank you so much. You're a guy. You're a guy. Yeah, you're a guy. So it's no issue. It's no issue. Yeah, you're a guy. Bio. The man's great, oh. The man's small man. Yeah. The man's small man. They make the fire for we are a small thing. Eh? Yeah, bio, it's going bio. Oh God. This country. The Unity Party people, they love praises. They love praises. And I just had a look. Joseph Walker won't be sitting up for people to be kneeling down to be praising him. That's why it is. But anyway, that's God. And we'll say we thank God. At least you're seeing everything for yourself now. In this country, you're seeing everything for yourself. I want to say thank you. So today, Honorable Justice Minister, I'll come back to you again. Today, your foreign minister addressed the media. Your foreign minister addressed the media. No, but one thing Bio they didn't do down there. Look, be clear now. Bio did not praise Joseph Walker. I want to tell you clearly. He would have said, we'll criticize you. Everyone will be criticizing people, will continue to criticize you. That's why he said. He said, Joseph Walker, no. He said, Joseph Walker, you know, that means you know how to walk. The walking that Bio talking about is they will put small thing inside your pocket. That I cannot think you're talking about. So, but Bio not doing, I don't know what you do any other thing, but Bio down there, the thing you go do that. Without you talking to you or all that too. Anyway, the Unity Party people that you're single there, yeah, I enjoy. Yeah. So today we listen to the foreign minister. You know, everyone else taking their names up. And the foreign minister said something. And she thinks she can trick the people. And there are people in the diplomatic community who have serious problem with the foreign minister. That thing that they did with the EU ambassador, by requesting our EU ambassador to leave, it was when the diplomatic wars of the government started. It was when it started. That was terrible. The foreign minister made us to understand, because what we have been hearing, which she has not denied, is that the foreign minister did right in the wake of the drug then coming in this country. The foreign minister did right.
or communication. She did write or communication on behalf of Liberia, requesting diplomatic line countries to grant allowance to allow cargo that were to be thoroughly vetted. And because it's under the cover of diplomatic cargo, it now becomes one that does not go through serious security scrutiny. So what they did during these periods, gave these drug traffickers diplomatic passports. These drug traffickers are using without grapes I was seeing. No valley you're seeing. I don't know how man can call it valley and valley. Yeah, they used to call it valley. Valley, that valley you're seeing, that's what the bands of old man they used to say valley or valley. That valley then you saw down there so with the cocaine in. Right? So those cocaines are placed in those suitcases. That's why you saw in suitcases down there. Why you call in suitcases now? Now they are placed in suitcases, and then they are supposed to transit through other ports of entries. Now, the communication comes because who will be carrying a diplomatic cargo? It has to be a diplomat, right? So they gave these drug cartel guys diplomatic passports, and they are using these passports, going from countries to countries with these cargoes to pass through to where in whatever, and then the communication goes out to the other country that the cargo will go to, and then say, look, we are requesting you to treat this cargo as a diplomatic cargo. That cargo is coming to us in Liberia. That is the kind of communication that we are talking about. Now, the minister went today to make it to appear that diplomatic missions can be requesting Liberia to write for people. No. Don't put people in your cocaine thing. No. If it is diplomatic cargo that come into Liberia, the letter will come from them to you, Beslo. That means it is their cargo, right? Or if their cargo is leaving from here in Liberia and going and has to pass through the airport, they will write you again that indeed this is our cargo. You will not fool anybody. We are saying a letter that came from you to them, telling them that the various cargo that they will see in their places and XYZ carried by this person, buried this diplomatic passport. These people, they are carrying what we call diplomatic cargo. The cargo that they will have is diplomatic cargo, treated as such. So what the BD now want to understand that the how they call it, the foreign minister will come like whatever the thing they're talking about are just exchanges like it happen, those embassies and things when they get ready, they bring in their cargo and things and they can go now what we're discussing, we are discussing your request from you to other countries, friendly countries, your letter to them requesting and telling them to give you a special respect or special treatment as it relates to diplomatic cargo handling. Nothing else. May I best again for anybody in this country? Recently, somebody told me something. I don't know. Recently, Beslo wanted to resign. When this thing came up, Beslo wanted to resign. When you heard about that LDA boss on it, he wanted to resign. Yes, he wanted to resign. People wanted to run away ever since. Even the justice minister said, I'm talking yesterday, that you check it or you even want Chile. But how will you Chile? You can't run away. And I told you when you are in, you can't leave. Beslo wanted to leave. Beslo wanted to leave.
So Beslo is in fighting and doing damage control now. Because you can't leave Joseph Boakai inside. Everyone of them involved. There is an international thing. The thing is so strong to the extent that everybody is involved. Everyone is involved. How you leave? Who can resign now? Resign to go where? The moment you resign, we'll put it on you. We'll say you resign because you are guilty. That kind of thing, we're holding it on. Anybody who chooses to leave now, we'll put it on you. We'll say you resign because you're guilty. We'll rub it all on you. And you know how we treating on a in the capital as on case. And you know how we can treat people. We'll rub it on you. You will never move from inside. So who you want to leave inside? Joseph Boakai is asking them, who say want to resign against the other person? They bet them they can't resign. Because at this stage of the government, the moment people start resignations, citing, and then the government does not take any action against them, it means a big blow to Joseph Boakai and his team. It doesn't say you're president. And all along you've been saying you get this other support, you get the other support. Now crisis hit in. Instead of people giving you support and staying with you, they start resignations. And they tell you for personal reasons. Why do you think what happened? It cripples the entire government. So what you think of resignation with me now? Beslo wanted to resign. Why you think of resignation with me now? You think everyone else around now, who will resign now? Resigning now to do what? What message you want to send out there? Nobody can leave now. Nobody can leave now. You can't. They will stay in. All of us together will die in it. Remember that you wrote a letter for the thing you can in the country. So all of us will in it. We rather stay together to help to protect and guard each other out of this whole thing. It will end one day. That's the kind of discussion they are having now. The thing will end one day. We're not here out here. You not just be strong. You not be strong. Liberian people, what they call it will end one day. You can't leave now. So our Abraham Weir in a crisis. They just walk up to President Weir. Wow. I said, Mr. President, anyway, we got all the I can't resign. When I say, AB, you want to resign now? Do you know what your resignation will mean? No, I just want to resign. No. The timing of your resignation will mean a lot. You can't leave now. I challenge you, nobody. So that last thing I say, LDA boy want to resign. I was saying yes, but you can't move. No bush shaking. They say, I know, say no bush shaking, no bush shaking. Everyone else will stay put in this thing. They got to stay there. I may be encouraging the justice minister to resign, but if he's not involved, it is difficult that the justice minister will resign now. Or it will blow up the whole thing by way. Any resignation in the government now, especially involving these key members, cabinet officials that we are seeing around, any resignation now, it kills Boakai whole government. And how people can destroy government in the West. You can start losing power when you see your officials are resigning. Tomorrow you'll just come or you'll say you just resign. It happened in Great Britain. Anytime you see, when you're losing power now, your cabinet room is no longer in favor of you. When you look on the side, you don't see friendly faces. You look on the side, resignation letters are now coming. Sometimes out of integrity, you will just wake up and just turn the tower and just resign. It happened in London. Yeah, people can resign because your officials are going. They are telling you that we are leaving. So their resignation will be a lot. So you yourself, what you can do, you just resign the position as well. That is what people do in some country, then like the UK, the West, and so forth. Yeah, that's what people do. They say, look, I can't be here, and my people who are going to go, no. Nobody can resign now, but people want to resign. Resign to go where? Where you want proof? To go do what? They are begging people now. They are begging people now. And I will tell Beslo that press conference you had, it didn't go down well with members in the diplomatic community because you made it to look like the media is accusing members of the diplomatic community for bringing in diplomatic cargo, and they think they get a problem with you on that. The people are smart. They know exactly, they can comprehend. They know what the media have been reporting. The media had been reporting that there is XYZ that happened. Nobody going anywhere. All stay right in this room. No resignation. You think people don't want to leave now? They kind of noise that all over the place. You think that the best time some people will want to leave? Who will leave? To go where? Some of them Boyka threatening them. In fact, some of them, they are aware that Joseph Boyka is wicked. And they know what he capable of doing. So they can resign. But you heard the Oscar Brown man who said that people towing, people for you, the people of the cartel, they towing. They say you ever come back to Liberia and can't say now that you won't can talk something, we'll finish you. Now the towing say just stay in China and run away and go. They towing to stay there. You don't see some people working in places unwillingly and nothing can happen. They just breathing. Look, as some of those officials that I'm talking about now, when they go on their own food, say they can't eat. Some of them losing weight. Look at the justice minister. He doesn't appear good anymore. Even the foreign minister, never anymore. You can see it. There's pressure everywhere on them. Whatever it is, they're not looking good anymore because they're not eating. They're not eating. Nothing is working good for them now. Whether you like it or not, I'm telling you facts. People want to resign. They can't resign now. You can't. But you yourself, if you hear that they kind of thing around the first family, and then you just resign, you know what I mean? People say, people start living in their government and already now. Joseph Boyka will be disgraced. Who want to do that? The RG said, my man, the RG, you look at the RG empire, he drop with power. That guy who you see a muscle and everything used to be, hey, you want me to get dream fast? Or yeah, that's the name of Gufu. When you eat Gufu, you know one thing about Gufu, you know, Gufu, it can make you look better. But anytime you stop eating it, you worry too much, Gufu can move on inside your body, your whole body can drop power. What happened now? They are not okay. They are sleepless. The pressure is on. Every day cooking, the cooking thing. Why just sticking around? Because you haven't come up yet. Joseph Boyka telling anybody, any bush shake, fire will blaze. So they're just protecting each other. I even understand some of the officers that they arrested. In fact, Gregory said they shouldn't put handcuffs on them. They must pass them to the basement, carry them, and I had to put them to prison. They're supposed to come to court for arraignment. And what I've been keeping them there is that he said they shouldn't be able to put the orange jumpsuit on them for them to come to court because they're not SYZ, blah, 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 all the kind of thing. So you see where we are? Everybody protecting somebody who's in prison there. Because if you don't treat me well, I will talk. You got to keep engaged. So if the Boyka you tell and say, you know, Gregory, you go tell them, yeah, manage it. When they think quiet down, we know what to do. We know what to do with the case. They will go free. And whatever it is, blah, blah, blah. Now the kind of thing they tell, now the assurances they are giving them. Those guys that they arrested, those key guys, for them to come to court in John suit. That's why you will not see now. Because they don't want the guys told them, say, if anything there tries to come in John suit or whatever, it will come talk. Because we can't go down. Some of their families are outside and telling them, say, talk. Who told you to do it? Talking. But how would they talk? Their bosses are saying, don't talk. We are here. We'll protect you. Don't worry. We get a prison center. We control the prison facilities. In fact, the guys in the prison will tell them for them to get your Google places for you to be sleeping there. Nobody will test you. You ask your brother and people in the prison area there. You ask what are the people that they send there, they not put it in Google places. You go ask them. You go ask. But if they can tell you, say, cartel people, somebody carry phone, well, they been on the line. They are cartel boss. Pass through our local people here who part of the cartel and say, give the number. Yeah, the man dial the number and carry it to the one of the guys sitting in good place. The guys are comfortable in our prison center. Though prison facilities are not area where you got to make people to feel uncomfortable. But on our still we know how they can bundle people up. Right?
That's what's happening now. So, where you think will happen? What you think is going on now? Nobody, any bush shake, fire will blaze. Nobody can resign now. I am telling you, Bresolo wanted to resign. That Fijara man, he wanted to resign from the onset of this whole thing. In the security sector, most of them, the key guardians, some of them who claim that they did not play any active role too much inside. They want to move from inside to take their hand from them because they want the Americans to hold them. But how will you resign? And the question I'm asking in this kind of time, at this kind of time, how will you resign? Resign to go where? Resign to go where? Where are you going to go resign? To go where are you going? To go leave Boga and children inside to damage the government? You think you're going to do that now? Nobody will resign. All will stay in it. The guys know the ruthlessness of Joseph Boakai. That if you dare resign, he will put something on you. Yeah. The moment you resign, Boakai will put something on you. You will see the person here, they resign because they want to go, will prosecute them. They didn't want to get a drug. They will rub it on you. Try and leave. Let's see. You can't go anywhere. In fact, there's a movie they call Nowhere to Hide. This time, another movie again. You say several movie title will come on in anything. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. Or nowhere to run to. And another one again, nowhere to run to. So the officials who are tied up, but of course may not be directly involved or something like that, they want to go, but nowhere to go. Or you call it their consequence. Because going about the devil, and the whole thing about dancing with the devil. When you dance with the devil, you get people for fun. Yeah. Consequences. The consequential effect of dancing with the devil. You can't leave. You will stay. The higher looking. So we are certainly getting there. What? This country? That's not that thing that you did today. Why you can't forget to do that? No, we said, and that which had been said is that communication from you to someone telling them, say that diplomatic cargo, they won't let it go. And it came from you to also to the airport to say that diplomatic cargo, let it enter. So you sending that to places, to airport and now say that diplomatic immediately I'm gonna get to the cargo here. Then it reach our airport, communication straight, diplomatic. When Paul King returned to the country the last time, who went for him? The RRA managing director. He went for Paul King, passing through the VIP straight with police escort. They brought Paul King. Fire. How you think nothing is happening? Everybody is involved. But who will resign? You try it, you finish. But God will DB you. You know what God DB die? You don't even know what God DB die. Are your country? And how you want it? Let me tell you something. Boakai, Mr. President, you just got to be courageous enough. Except maybe you directly eat some of the money, but if you didn't eat some, chief, you can take some critical decision now and you will win the admiration of the Liberian people. You will save yourself. Tell some of them who are caught up in it, let them come up openly and confess. Give them 1 week ultimatum, Mr. President. Give them 1 week ultimatum and say, you'll come and confess. If you don't confess, I will take you off and I will name you. You can't spoil my name. I'm already old and my name should rest in peace. You can do that, Mr. President. I'm advising you now. You say, I don't like your business now. I'm advising you now. You can do that to save your name. It's already damaged. Yes, you can recover that. You got to say it. Look, call a meeting and tell them, say, Guo Eswazi, they report that is before me here. I'm not getting anything straight. First of all, I'm trying to call in the international partners to do independent investigation, and we'll call on all security heads and so forth to cooperate with them fully. Amen. If you were to say that one day again, Chief. And whenever for the people to come up with don't name them and say whatever report that they will come up with, we'll work with it and we'll execute it to the mandate. We want our country to be drug free. This cannot drag the image of our country like this. Hey, Joseph Baga, if you over that kind of speech tomorrow, the way I'm telling you to do it like that tomorrow and see whether I will not give you my small kini support. Try it tomorrow. Let's see. You see, we know how to make leaders. We know decisions that make leaders. They are difficult but easy to be made. Yeah. Very easy. Who will resign now? Nobody ever will resign. Miata Bessel wanted to go nowhere. Vijera wanted to go nowhere. Just a minister just inside a passing all over the place. Anyway, into the wise is quite sufficient. And Newton Tokwa will come and entertain your cause right here on this very day as we go on. Right here on this very day. So let's get to the lines and interact with you. And so we'll certainly get there, and with God, all things are possible. Let's get to the line and talk to you, our callers, right here on this very day. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Yeah, James here calling from Grand Bassa.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
You know, maybe I want to tell you something. Any leader that greedy will always find yourself in trouble. When you greedy for everything, you will lose everything. And the kind of government will find ourselves in today. So they just doing the people who are looking at it, but they just will tap people do not go by America. They will leave and we all been sleeping in Congo. Will not go by. American government watching them. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening. Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, c'était pas calling from Johnson. Même en concernant la brève for Johnson. Nathan, thank you very much. Nathan, I let trust and the people who are breaking that risk thing. The people say they will not want that impossible. That you are impossible. Because the woman, everything that they were doing, the woman will get a report. The reason they say they will not want the woman, they tell the woman they will call the woman, but they cannot do that thing. That's why you think they were Kofi who know what people are saying human right. So Kofi who not damage your record. The record that you are having after the 1990 war, you are damaged. You have no moral ground to speak in the country, even anywhere in that period again, because you are damaging the record. And still God was totally supported what he said everything. But today, God, they are our argument. Everybody in the government, down to the government official, no one leader that anyone else became trapped in the country to damage the country. But God be God. God exploit the wicked people there who are telling that the men sound good. Your monopoly men, if I put a man, if I not be in charge, so criminal be around the men to do poverty. So they won't say that he can't part to see how our country looking. The supporter of Joseph Boga today, they are in the pastor that were forcing people on the pulpit that were preaching politics. They are more close today for war unto them. War unto the men of God, they are bishop, also brown men that brought the team over the nation. War unto them and their children. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Nito. Thank you very much. Nito, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call from Down Coast Spoon Hill, White Town Community, a member of Concern Librarian for Justice. Look, Nito, thank you very much, and thank you to AB. In my mind, AB just said it all. Look, this is clear. Look, if you see a government providing an escort, not all saying it is great. The common investigation that came out and said senior police officer escorted the drugs from Rossville with a stolen vehicle all the way to Peace Bay, right here in red light. What does it indicate? We need to honor our law. What does the serene represent? The serene represents authority. If the government can grant that authority to use two senior vehicle, escorting vehicle, drugs from that land, from bombing to this place? What does it indicate? So what evidence are we looking for here and there? Look, this government is indicted, and I want to say thank God to American people for sending the FBI here to come and investigate this thing. Look, connect. Look, our brother will say, when he will say that connect is done. When the president came from Turkey, where was he when his son was taking his son? It was that very improbable bar we were sitting there when his son was making visit. Today, the private bar owner is not arrested for drugs. What did the president go do to that place? Did he go there to push drugs? There's no way that the president will go to that place without connection. In my mind, President Waka and his children, they are responsible. The other time, we saw a mysterious breaking and landing here, and then in 7 million. Few days ago, we saw another mysterious ship. They told us that the ship break down, only to see the ship running more than the speedboat. So this paper told us say, what we didn't see before we see it. This paper is very controversial. That's why they were all around here insulting us. In my mind, those guys sponsor President Parker campaign with trust money, and on here today you see the trust, you see like trust to get that money back. Henceforth, President Parker is fully aware of.
All right, Spencer, let's hold you there. Let's go.
Hello. How are you?
Yeah, let's move to the WhatsApp.
Yeah, thank you for the show. My name is Abraham Juma. I'm from Crystal Police.
Yeah,
a member of Consider Librarian for Justice. Yeah, but you know, the piece of advice if you're giving to President Boga is fine. But the goodness of that advice can only be actualized if President Boga is clear of the drug issue. Because to tell it, if people say you go and confess, if I'm going to confess because I know where I'm sitting, and if you see me to do any of those missions, I'll go and him too. He didn't want to go. So if that be the case, if he is aware that this is time around him, he will not be able to confess. So if he take it for a piece of advice, you are always only, we told you that, for me, I told you personally, have you left the journalist to see? If we have been no disaster, then we are losing the election. So thank God that you stay around and stay telling us the truth. These people, they are aware of the drugs, but yet their supporters are there closing their eyes. While the leaders are coming and confessing, there's a grab and all people saying that they want to escort the drugs. In fact, the icon of the government at a very, very senior level are part of the drugs that are sanctioned. And just adding that they want to be some God is exposing them. Thank God for President Weah. And I tell you, people, y'all go and take care of that problem. Y'all go and apologize to that problem so that God can help you out. Because your disgrace is here. You believe it, and then watch and see. Thank you very much for the show.
All right, thank you, Numa. Thank you. We appreciate you so highly. Let's move to the next line. I think the women's line. Somebody's right here on the women's line. Good evening. Good evening.
Already?
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm okay. What's your name?
Thank you for the show. My name is Mary.
Yeah, Mama, go ahead. Let's hear you quickly.
Yeah, maybe let me tell you something. Let me just give you an example of they call me about these drugs. You see the Q9 what they so them people bringing in like right here. Do you know that they tell them people the Q9 thing that the government knows about them they getting there and how they call it? So on a article, so on a so many they give it to them to come in like here to have that Q9. So the government knows about it. If they arrest them, carry them, they can free them. Example like this government are just calling the international community, American people, you know that you know whom here, because they were here, they were busy. And you send Joseph Walker and his group, send and use it, they will use it, particular material, and bomb their place. So the international community should get on the government, they will confess, they're just starting. All of them involved in a drug business. So I don't care to go up and come down. They are inside. They have doing the Q9 here, they supporting the Q9, they are inside. Maybe I call you once, I told you. So they are inside, they plenty of more than 50. So then, and one of the brothers for Joseph Walker, they're coming by again. And the information I gave you now. Right. So then, like, the international community should do something for it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so kindly. Thank you so kindly. We highly appreciate it. I will move next to the WhatsApp line.
Madison Yadolo. Madison is on the line. Madison, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hello?
Yes, good evening, Madison. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. You know, we just want to thank you both for the work you guys continue to do. But on the issue of the drug situation in Liberia, the only hope I want to tell the Liberian people that they should have, and they should be grateful to God for, is the involvement of the United States government. And some of their KK puppies then on social media are saying that, oh, this is not United States government issue. That's United States government issue because it has to do with money laundering. The drugs is being sent to other countries to be sold in US dollar. That's a criminal operation. So it is money laundering. So United States government is against narcotic movement around the world and also money laundering. That's why they are there. Look, as we speak, Gregory Coleman has dropped weight. Even AB talk about it. Gregory Coleman has dropped weight. The Justice Minister has dropped weight. And one thing AB said, the people in Liberia have no credibility. In the United States, many people can resign soon in the morning from their position. When they find certain things not right, they resign to save their integrity, but nothing like that in Liberia. In the Mananseri government, back those days, or Justice Minister, that was a lady, she had to resign because her son, Fuma Seli, Ellison Fuma Seli, was involved with $250,000 US that he took from a Korean businessman in Liberia. And the case went to Chinese embassy and was being prosecuted. And Eddie wanted the Justice Ministry to relax on her son. The woman left the government for that. All the government officials that are linked to the issue, from the Foreign Ministry to the Justice Minister to the Gregory Coleman, why have they not resigning? If they are not resigning, if Boga is actually serious to fight drugs, why Boga has not fired them? But the United States will fire them. The United States government going to fire them. The United States will wrap them up and bring them to New York. How they brought Venezuela president to New York. They will take it for fun. Thank God for United States involvement. They will wrap them up and bring them to New York for prosecution. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Madison. Thank you. We appreciate it. We'll move to the next line. Hello. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name?
This is the Common Board channel. You want to be really the concern like remember justice.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. No time left. You make your point.
Yeah, brother. Some Latvians are living in a state of incredulity. They are living in disbelief because they believe that this black guy that purported himself to be a clean character. I can remember specifically the constant appeared on one of the teachers of 2 evidence. He said the Ghanaian president used to call Joseph Boaga is a clean man. I'm just Mr. Clean Man has came out to be the actual man that we know that he will be. Joseph Boaga is a PM. He has collected all his PM boys, the PM friends, to kind of run a PM government. This is the old man that went and spoke of full man on both issues. I know what you heard that story before. This old man brought a little small kind of boat to Monrovia. He wanted to sell it with more money. But when he went to full man to the boat, what was the money is charging? The old man went by and said that boat with salt water and make it with fear what it was gas. And he took that man, took the man money. So the man was broke. What he had done broke is the head of government. Or PM is the head of government, you will find that total PM will be in that government. This is the reason why in the past, just what you know, on a TA, I'm sorry, election. But then the other government said that PM government, the PM or foreign minister went and wrote the people lying that diplomatic cargo. So people are not having no cargo. That was in the cooking our country. But that's it. That is it. The next time that they go to the pool, they will not use their emotion, they will use their wisdom. That is what you get when you use your emotion instead of your wisdom. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. We appreciate it. We really, really appreciate it. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Thank you. My name is Pascal Davis.
Pascal, let's hear you, boy.
The vice chair for media and publicity, concern Liberian for justice.
Yeah,
so let me say thanks to
my own teacher and big brother. So Abi, thank you. I mean, like Spencer said, you said it all for the first time. I have to agree that you said everything okay. Then there's not much we can say. For us, we believe that President Boaka has been the one bringing jobs in the country. Even doing jobs we are this. These guys are not only criminals, they're so evil. They're so desperate and wicked. You know, every time we hear about jobs, I'm like, what really will happen? Because they did not only bring jobs on a weird regime, they were killing. They were killing and dropping bullets in the street. This is what they were doing. Look, God has his own way of paying people back. God has his own way of punishing people. Mr. Breaker, your evil will lay after you. This country will be saved, will redeem Liberia from you. You're cursed. You are a devil. You're devilish. That's why you're treating the country like this. And you think some of us are supposed to be silent. You think your power pass God? That's why we break. That's why we get our courage. Because you are a monster. You are a demon. You are a devilish person. You destroy the country. And you're breaking jobs with your people, your son, George, and everybody into jobs. And you think when I speak, yes, somebody say, oh, where the evidence? The evidence is what the police actually said. He said people in the highest up. Who is in the highest up in the government? President Boaka is the head of the government. Look, Gregory, all of you, you will pay for this sin against the country. What of 5 years? What of 6 years? You guys will pay. Even if you're in your grave, you will kill your grave for treating this country like this. What of shame and useless people. Thank you so kindly.
Hey, good evening, Newton, and to our brother AP who just left. This is Joseph calling from New York. My brother, I'm telling you, I know my brother was talking about confession, but if it is confession, then the paper got to go way back. You need to tell or confess to the Liberian people how you got a $50,000 to the people on Kakatan Highway, the incident. We know that our people, but you know, we cannot compromise things. And then the paper confessed the rich man that he met in Ghana. Hey, you know, regarding the campaign, he need to come clean with the Liberian people. Who is that rich man? Where you know that man from? What was the agreement that they signed? And then the next question is what you how to for your money. Even your for her office, right on a stuff. They need a come clean. And look at the kind of thing that unfold. Police are police carrying us to commit crime. You look at that. What kind of state we live in? Where we live in? Now the police escorting criminals to commit crime. Imagine y'all and go the police going to the man. Any kind of basement it can be anybody else. Help police people who are law enforcers that are supposed to protect and defend the people. Law enforcers are the ones that carrying criminals to commit crime, my people. Y'all just think for you know, y'all put your thinking cap on. That's the kind of government we got. Police police are the ones carrying criminals to commit crime. My people are telling you, man, Liberia, we're very sorry. But hey, it's good. We have been seeing anything. Because when it comes to drugs, the international community are not sleeping. They will have to watch a movie and watch a show. But God bless you all, man.
All right, Joseph.
Thanks, Brother Newton.
Thank you, Joseph Colley. Thanks for your participation. Let's move to the next line, the women's line. Let's hear from the women. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. What's your name?
Yes, so that can be concern for justice.
All right, go ahead.
Mr. Compton, let me tell you, I'm AD. Why must AD be passing the old man teaching him? That the papa also teach AD. Yeah, he not also teach AD not also teaching old man like he. AD must tell him what to say or what to do. He don't want to also be teaching us because he's our grandfather. Yeah, for the drug basis. Thank you, Stephen Conton.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Good evening.
Hi, Mason.
Yeah, Man CC, the general. Let's hear you, Man CC. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is Mason. No, Mason. We're not playing for a job. So, the people are very angry with this government by picking cocaine in our country. Why we want job, they bring cocaine. Calling on Baka and he get it come on. What he said, they hire up official of government. They are inside. Let him tell up before he resign. Let him tell who bring his job. And the background, you actually want to get more. Capo, they capo down. We don't want nothing for this. All we want is who brought it job, who had into it. Let them tell us who brought it job. And when I need a job for my son, it can take 5 more will be on a job city. And if you will take our mind for it, they lie, they are joker. They will test us just in the country. You are providing a job for us. We are bringing cocaine today, you move here. But to see all your wife, all your leadership, to see that our country coming our country. And you take the people to come for the job, you don't shit. Oh, I was see. We call it on them to tell them provide job, then they tell who bring the job. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Man CC. Thank you so much. And let's move to the next line. This person is right here with us. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Is it Newton?
Yeah, this is Newton. What's your name, my brother?
Yeah, thank you very much for your show. There is our David Samuel on the legacy of former President Jacob Ominga Market and the proud member of concern librarian for justice. Newton, are you getting me clearly?
Yeah, very clear. I'm getting you. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Newton, you see, anytime in a country, when a second-class political party comes to power, is when you experience all kind of negative things in this country as we are experiencing now. You see, in the past, they told us that there are 12-year regime. We hear Manaseditan, he said that because for him, he go and making distinction, he said he squander our opportunity. Now, like Rainbow, now take into consideration, they give you another 10 years. This time around, what is he going to tell generally when they say the microphone to do? What kind of discussion is he going to get for his own regime? What is he doing to Liberia now? You see, the kind of speaking little is very bad. For me, at the time to take the bull by the horn, I'm asking you, please resign. You see, when I sugar for it again, please resign. Please do the honor. The needful thing for the Liberian people. That's the only way we get rid of this cartel. How much as the hair is there. Look, my brother, let me tell you, the cartel will be very difficult for it to be broken in this country or to be eradicated. This papa, he needs to resign. Let's prevail on the papa to resign. All those political churches around here, police director, those are churches. When they're in the market, those chicken feet sellers can call them churches. Those are churches. When I go for them, we asking the papa to do the honorable thing to resign. They will country be safe. The country image has been damaged. You see, honorable lawmakers are all going on the sitting line. They're looking at bottle all around the world for drugs. They're very bad. That's a bad image for our country. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you. Let's move to the next caller. And the next caller is right here with us. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. What's your name?
Good evening, sir. I will not come on.
Let's hear you quickly.
For me, like what AB said, that the election of George President, there was a lot of reasons because the people who were in his circle, they were never in people that he could trust his life to. So they were only who were guiding up to that time that when we went through the election, he decided to stay in power over that less percentage. Like it couldn't happen to any African leader because you see for a reason. And today we see people that the Bar Association for Nigeria is celebrating it to be like King Sugar. So They said he was bringing in kush. I don't know the difference about these. All of them, they are not all those things, well, kush or drugs. But I think they brought in the West thing to harm the country because we know that it's 10 anti-Ukraine in our country. All the things they are see. So what he said today, it doesn't make no sense. The hair from the head to the thing that what man said, he said, it is ratting. So the president should do the legal thing by sending all his son and the vice president to for his secretary along with come on. He should do the legal thing for the country. Because he said when President reacted in the election, it will be the end. But this issue where he got the court with his course every day until the put a feet that has was tough on our states everything. The people who are easy here, we can see the embassy where is Bakate whether our policy or so for every mistake to happen in with that us to the other here you want and things we can see nothing from the embassy. So I think all international partners to watch they got a lot of embassies in here. You should suddenly and we keep talking on it until we go to the 2009 election. You got the last of the 2 years yesterday. When they were in opposition, you can lie your way to in opposition, but you don't lie to cover with people them more and keep making fun of that. It's making fun of
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The president should do the needful. Let's go. Hello, sorry, we can continue with you. We're getting a terrible feedback. We can't just continue with you. The background is so terrible. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Daniel from Guadeloupe.
Yeah, Daniel, no time. Go ahead quickly. Let's hear you. Make your point.
Yeah. My brother, no issue here for politics. To be frank. Somebody said I can use the wireless government as to say about our previous judge. Then why it is the issue that when the say about our previous judge, the right government, why the right in charge, not invest the weapon, I say, oh, I don't want previous judge. So the issue that I told you that we all have to kind of get on and sweat it for all the big people for it because your child take it, maybe your grandchildren can take it in the future. So for the big breeding people, breed this, I think enough here for the country because America already that enough here and investigation going on. So we all have to be calm and see ourselves to see what it will end. For coming on, making a lot of statements, how the country finish, the country that damaged, you know, all the things there, so listening. One good news for the country and I for see rumor routine get people wanting going anywhere. That's what I have to say.
All right, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Nathan.
Good evening. What's your name?
Yeah, Nathan, I beg you fast. I want to ask a man, someone just drop the land. Well, President, we are in power where you are kissing the government official, or you are kissing Nathaniel Manke, you are kissing President. We are Jamaica, we saw you are having drugs when you were kissing Finabono, then Latin, and you don't know when you were kissing President where you are having a fight, you were just drop the land, they say Mosa, when, let me tell you my son, your government do well, like your government has a cookie, and it will not be step on a carpet. We will be on the job and then tell you, they will investigate and they will put all your giving cards and you will be telling, they will expose and your mom will be shocked. Let me tell you, you were kissing President where you say you forgot. And you won't see a fat, but they want to see a fat. They don't want your police director say all the key actors in the government, they are here inside. Then what you want to tell you? Thank you very much, man.
Okay, thank you. Let's move to the next caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm okay. What's your name?
Yeah, this is Fanny Kelly, 1 million years and follower of Evan Gosling.
Fanny, let's go. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Thank you for your topic on that discussion. I have a question for LeBron today. Why we really take President Weah from in power? Why we really LeBron people? Why we really voting out for in power? Why is the reason today? We take President Weah from in power to bring a calamity over us. A drug cartel. Is this why we take President Weah from in power? We take President Weah from in power and to break all the law in this country. Is this why we take President Weah for? We take President Weah from in power. Today, hunger is killing people. just is killing people. It is what we take President we are for. It is what the next is the doctor was protesting. That when you give me 0%, when you give me 50%, I will give you 0%. It is what they were protesting for all around today to bring the kind of calamity over the Liberian people. It is the kind of leadership that brought the power. This pandemic that over Liberia, this is the kind of leadership. Really, this is embarrassment. This government is embarrassment for the Liberian people. This kind of government, they will never succeed. All the land and the land, God will calamity will keep on falling upon them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly, my brother. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's go to the women's line. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Man Bindu, let's hear you.
Yeah, let me photo we have for power. We love put our hijack our election. No, the election the protest saying they say you talk they say and we hijack the election for you. So the second one coming again, hijack it from you. I can tell you, I say the first one was sleeping, not doing because our personal or no one problem. But the coming around will protect our food. They draw issue now coming in a country today. Ubaka will coming with yellow machine and still draw inside. One Amola will coming abroad and still draw inside. When you see they draw part to airport, then they planning to bring a draw to sell it to run campaign with it. None of the confused when they will get money from the wrong country now because they're not getting support from international community. Then we are on this to go to the partner and friend, they helping for money to come and work campaign. All the money that they get, someone is stealing the scanning also. They not get money to work campaign to support it to say the election. It will be very hard for them. And waiting for the 2020 I will pray for long life. Which will reach to that day tomorrow. Then we'll see that day. We will say we will see election for all of our things. We will wait that day. Waiting for that day. It will not be easy. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Man Bendo. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. What's your name?
No, we are on the former president.
Yeah, go ahead quickly. No time. Let's hear you quickly. No time.
The first thing you should know, brother, think about the total discussion. We're into people ABR, you that replace ABS. The documented ties with the foreign based Madasiro Bezoyan who contest obtaining the ticket as standard brother for her political party to become president of the Republic of Liberia, one of the senior at that time. From there, in the collaboration with no other a unity party, but the spread and said just a moment for His Excellency Dr. George Weah. Today, you see, Fizi as Paul have been one of the diplomats in United Nations to come with a demon government to work. And I believe this woman is regret the meaning the hour she joined United Party to serve them for the 2 years 6 months. But man, that's it. That's a United Party. They call them vampire. They call it a cooking party. They don't have no international contact. For the past 2 years, you've been happy then. As the minister, 2 years, Liberia saw you have been happy then. But the person don't have even one contact around the world. But someone will tell me he's there for the 2 years into power. That is not the issue before I leave the land. The issue is today we have other people are soggy. But what is it that other people like Brother Song, they cannot go soggy? Why? Now one of the questions. You're arresting people for entertainment places and going to other places. And once in the entertainment place where you go one way, your old little manner, you want to go dance in the entertainment place. Two, before I leave the land, a bomb President Bwaka for all Labranto told me in the process, I'm a CDC, told me even though I don't have money, but told me sending what to my bill money to let people to know that Bwaka won't be born from the United Nations Summit this year. He won't be burned. He won't be burned because nothing there to go talk to replace other. You cannot get protocol cartel in this country with jobs. Our country is sleeping with jobs. We are going behind to extend that You have Gucci men go your office as investor. Anybody can wear Gucci. I can buy any Gucci right away. After about men wear Gucci to pay up in the executive mansion, are you clearing up? In the let's pay that executive mansion for all. Now, why you want to tell our executive mansion for any CAB, but not to tell Waka is the only president in the world that liberated to the country at the 26th but he been liberated for the day of birth. When you want to see WA, you want the liberated party, free scholarship. He comes to the government coming to President Toba, it was liberated. In other words, we have a good CV around the world. And George, we are one of the naturalized excellent double George. We are the same because it's my father. I answer away for your pocket of government. In Europe, in person, they are answering for this president. No ministry have paid me. We are answering pocket.
All right, my brother. Thank you. No time. Glad to hold you there. And I will take just 2 more calls. Then we make it a day. I will take just 2 more calls. I will take one from the women's line, beginning with the women's line. 2 more calls, beginning with this person. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Joatafe.
Yeah, go ahead. 1 minute. No time. Quickly, go ahead. Make your point.
You remember the day where Yaka Koroba said that we go do test on Jota Waka and then no get drugs in the body? Young Liberia people need to remember and reconnect. When somebody talking something and sit down and reconnect and think. This country, all over our nation, Liberia that was first to become last. You know what it means? For like our other nation are coming to hear the gospel. This nation has become last. People laughing at us. God Almighty, we all have responsibility. Every one of them that involved in these drugs, God will expose them. Their children will suffer for it. Except now God through this nation for a plan and purpose. Now the other way they will go.
You're right.
But we lead them in for him. When you play with way on, you will not go up way on.
Certainly.
You say fighting corruption. No stress. They ever go there? When them selling, when I drug cartel, well, God will hold them. The water that coming will carry all of them and their children there.
Right. Thank you. Let's hold you there. Let's take the final caller. Hello. Good evening. You are the final caller.
Good evening, and good evening, dear listeners.
Yeah, good evening.
I'm teacher. What he says, you calling for the borough.
Yeah, Jeff, go ahead quickly. Let's hear you.
Thank God to be the last caller. Yeah, no, brother, he said, you see, anything you pray for somebody, at the end of the day, when the person not praying evil against you, you pray evil against the person, it can come back to you. The house I told you, wish me well, I will wish you well. That song, I love that song there. Because you can't be praying for me for evil and say, I'm going to pray for you. Listen to that one of the bishop who bring them into power. Listen, when you talking on show, everything they talking about, let the other guy talk more, according to your girl, you can have met there at the time of the campaign. You can give them money. When the dealer, the man give them money. When the cartel get them money, when they show the picture, and send to the picture, they get over another guy. They got about the team, they got Kim in your team one night. They got just to see money to all. They see you sponsor the campaign team. So they got putting their money, they knew that on the paper win. The cartel people in the point, they know all of them are aware about the cartel. All of them are aware. They don't know about the cartel. They are aware about the cartel. They insure the cartel. They're not insure the cartel. They insure the cartel. Everybody, the only thing that calls them from behind, they know everybody eyes on them. They added the 14 for the 14.
Yeah.
But you gotta know, what's saying, you gotta know what was going on.
You're right.
People are owning the national community, are owning the man, no way to win. I had a fortunate year. Our nigga move on it, won't do it at the end of the day. But you're getting on the other two. When I go down the hole, when the man is down the way, they don't want to call him.
You're right. Thank you.
Yeah, but they see yours, no, they didn't know.
Thank you.
So that, yeah, we're not.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's move you there. So, folks, that's all the time we have to be here with you. Many thanks to you for being there and playing a listening role. And many thanks to Anthony Abraham Gassant William, and who laid the foundation of the discussion tonight. It has been a pleasure to have you here on the first edition of the program Face the Issues. Join us tomorrow, Friday, on the Diaspora edition of the program Face the Issues. We will definitely be here. Thanks ever so much. Have a set of pleasant good night. My name is Newton Tugba. Bye-bye.